Yes, hello, welcome back to the Teed Up Golf Podcast presented by GolfBox. Today, we are super excited. We are joined by a megastar of the Australian golf scene, a man who's won twice on the PGA Tour of Australasia this year. Spit it out, Q. You spoke too much crap yesterday. If you get what you're talking about. Cameron John is in the house, mate. Welcome back. Just teed up with a winner.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Q. Nice to see you still in your caddy bib. Don't know if you've taken that off yet.
I didn't even know I was on. Bloody hell.
Put some respect on his name. Tour-winning caddy.
Tour-winning caddy.
And if you call me Q1, it's Stevie Q to you. Right?
Oh, Stevie right. Q. Sorry.
And, Bradley McGill down the end wearing your teed up hat, your GolfBox hat with your teed up shirt. Looking 10 out of 10. How are you, mate?
Thank you. Yeah, no, got the branding out this week. I'm good. It's it's bright in here with a couple of stars like you two. And Johnny's obviously.
Oh, hey, Johnny's here.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Johnny from Malvern is in.
Johnny.
Lost his identity last week. He's
still looking for it.
But we're back here on the Teed Up Golf Podcast, and we're going to be ripping through the week in golf that was, having a few opinions on what's happened. Elvis obviously going on Ripper is going to be a big talking point, and some changes for a few of the stars in the game. We're going to chat to Cam about the amazing win down at the Vic Open. If you want the full scope, head over to Teed Up with the Winner, which will come out the day before this pod. And then we're just going to chat about what's coming out this week at Rosebud, Webex, and the DP World Tour with our boy Nacho Elvira held off a star-studded field. And the PGA Tour still rolling? Or is it finished?
I think it's just finishing up. So hot off the press.
Got her up, got it done over there in Hawaii. But let's rip in. And obviously the women down there, Lydia Hall winning the Vic Open was also incredible in those conditions. Brutal. Boys, let's get into it. Cameron, the Vic Open, we've got you here, so we don't really need to recap it. We can just recap your round with you. Amazing second win on tour. You know, you're sitting here nice and tall, looking very unhungover, which is very disappointing. But how you feeling, mate?
Yeah, I probably feel a little bit more hungover than you're letting on, but it's
had a shave.
Yeah, had a clean shave. Just thought in case there's any snippets come out, I better look the part. It feels great. It was obviously a really tough week out there in the battling conditions, but made the most of it and came away with the trophy. And you sort of held it up at one point too, so we shared the victory.
It was amazing, mate. Absolutely incredible. Like, obviously, big kudos to Barbs for the week he put in, that 7 under on the Creek course in those conditions. What was that on Friday? That was the worst of the three by a long way. So, we feel for Barbs. We love him on this show. He's one of the great men in the Aussie Tour. He's mate of yours. But watching you two go head-to-head down the stretch was, something I'll hold on for the rest of my life when you're both dominating overseas. But, what does it feel like for that? Like a mate of yours, you're going head-to-head. Because all the Aussie Tour players, you probably don't see it on the coverage, the banter and the conversation. Someone said that to me before you teed off. Yes, these blokes don't talk to each other, do they? I'm like, no, they do, mate. Like, they're all mates off the field. They all travel together week in, week out. It's, a hard tour to play on the Aussie Tour because it's expensive. These guys are all trying to get off the Aussie Tour. But how does it feel like, we've talked about your win, but the other side of it, being in Barb's shoes, how do you feel for him?
Yeah, obviously feel pretty bad for him. It's kind of it's a situation where you don't want to see happen. And, he's a great guy and he's a really good player. So I think, he's probably the most overdue player we have on tour.
Chewy.
I felt like that for a long time myself. So, sometimes it just takes a while, but I think Barbs is that kind of player that once he opens that door, it's just going to keep flowing for him. Yeah,
we said that on last week's pod, actually. He was our tip to win it. Not last week on the pod. So, walking up 18 in the playoff, mate, I'd have put him both camp. No, I'm absolutely joking. I was Team John, and we got it done. But, mate, congratulations. Enjoy the spoils. Teed Up with the Winner has come out. So if you do want the full scope of that amazing playoff hole down there at 13th Beach, go and have a chat with Cam. But Lydia Hall got it done in the women's, the Welsh superstar from the LET. First win, according to Johnny, in a 72-hole tournament on Australian soil.
I think so. Don't quote me on that. I think the other
don't go with two wrong things in 2 weeks.
Yeah, you're in
first, second. How's her form, Brad?
First,
second, third, fourth,
They said
fifth,
that in the presentations, that it was her first win. In Australia in a 4-round tournament. So,
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
You wouldn't be the only one to get it wrong.
Everything was a 36.
We're just regurgitating false information.
No problem.
It's all good.
Fact check here.
But amazing. Like, the conditions out there, we'll chat about that now. Super windy. Like, for the girls, like, for them to battle that, their tees aren't that much far forward. Like, for us guys, like, we played off the women's tees on Wednesday. Bloody tough test to go off, and we didn't have any wind.
No, none whatsoever.
Tougher for you. A little bit easier for me, even though I'm a 15 handicapper like yourself, Johnny.
Thanks, Gowie.
Way to go, Gowie. Short man. But, tell us a bit about the conditions, game plan wise, and how both the men and women's field would have managed it.
Yeah, for sure. I think obviously it's very different game styles that we all have, but for the guys, we're probably trying to reduce the amount of spin we're putting on the golf ball, and obviously hitting shots lower, and we probably have just naturally, biologically, whatever, we have a bit more speed, so we're able to do that a bit easier. For the girls, it showed in the scores and everything. It was brutal. Like, I said to Griffo at the start of the week, if you finish this week like under par, you'd be really happy. And he said that when the weather was like this and he won, he shot 8 under par. So that was a magic number. I was pretty happy with that when I got to it. But yeah, like for the girls, that is pretty incredible what Lydia did, and to come away with a win any point is really good. Yeah,
Welsh weather would be very similar to that. The drive in to 13th Beach, there's some amazing posters up there of all the greats who have won, like Jack Nicklaus, the Shark, like all those people have won the Vic Open. 10 years you've been playing it since you're a chubby little kid.
Yeah.
But tell us what it means to you to hold that trophy up. You're still in shock when you're getting handed the trophy. I think it was a bit of a whirlwind half an hour. Like went from 0 to 100 pretty quick. But
it went really fast.
What does that mean to you, mate? Like, kid growing up in Vic.
It's probably like the most emotional I've been having a win. It's sort of, it might not have showed or whatever, but I
definitely didn't show.
Yeah, internally it was just like, I was kind of fighting this, like letting everything out. And I'm just someone who, like, maybe I don't really cry very often, but it felt like internally I was just doing that because it was just, it's such a relief to win an event like that. I'm glad I didn't win it when I was a chubby little kid, because that wouldn't have looked pretty good having my photo up there being like that.
Can we get that changed?
Yeah. But no, it's going to be amazing driving in there next year and being one of those faces you get to see.
Yeah. Mate, well done. Congratulations. Thanks for having us part of it. Thanks for having me a part of it. As a tour winning caddy, it was amazing to see.
Was there? Yeah, he said 80-20. He wants the 80.
80-20 split. Yeah, but unfortunately, apparently that's not how it works.
But there
he didn't carry the bag. He just swung it. I was working the whole time. I worked 80% of the time. He worked 20%.
There was also the possibility that there could have been some rain there. I was just watching the radar as well, just with Q, just making sure that.
You left the umbrella in on the Saturday where there was like nothing on the radar.
You never know.
Never know. And as soon as there is rain, I know I'm going to get wet anyway when Q caddies.
Well, that's.
Yeah, well, when it rains, it pours, mate. You won, and I didn't let you down. Mate, we had some DMs come through. We read a few out on the teed up with the winner, but there's a couple that probably be overly liked if we read them out on there. So we're just going to get those out for you now. Then we're going to rip into the rest of the potty. What was the better win? This is from Kelly Lyle, who's also a fellow Victorian Open caddy, who caddied for Dimmy Papaditis.
Big Popper.
Papadatis.
What a win. What win was better, the Vic Open or Port Arlington Junior Masters?
Port Arlington Junior Masters, it's a pretty iconic junior tournament, but I think we're gonna have to go to the Vic Open.
Who's the best caddy of all time, in your opinion?
The best caddy of all time. I've got this little something's poking.
That's a question here. I didn't know that. Disco DMAC actually asked that.
No, the best caddy of all time. It's hard to comment, but the best caddy I've ever had is probably Q Nolan. Nah,
Troysy! Out the door, boys! Sit down. This bib's getting framed. Unbelievable.
Stop it, Cam. Just stop doing it, please.
We'll move on from them. But we can't tell the joke. People want to know the best joke I told out there, but we actually can't.
Yeah, we can't do it.
It's illegal. We'll get cancelled.
The whole show.
It was very, very funny. And great week. Congratulations. Enjoy the spoils. And we do have the lovely Georgia John in the room, the backbone of this relationship. 6 months married, 2 wins and a second?
Yeah, just over 5 months now.
What are you feeding him, Georgia? Beer.
She's feeding me a lot of beer. No, she's I'm the cook in the house too, so she's not feeding me very often. Just stays out of my way. Just be like you.
Good boy. Keep up. Shut up. Don't cook me a meal.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But mate, congratulations. Congratulations to Lydia Hall as well, and congratulations to the Vic Open. I think the crowds out there yesterday. There's a lot of talk about that tournament being on its knees down there. You wouldn't have known the amount of crowd, the diversity in the crowd, kids, golfers, families, men, women, everyone down there. phenomenal. So congratulations to the tour and to the boys, Tyson, Hamish, and the guys down at 13th Beach for getting it back up and running. Let's hope that they have it down there again, Cam. You can defend it next year.
Absolutely.
I'll retire, by the way. Just so you know. One
and done.
50-50. Anyway, the Sony Open, done. Recap there from Johnny.
Just
Chris
about.
Got her up, got it done. Is it over or not?
I think Davis, Riley, and Harry Hall are walking up the 18th at the moment.
don't
As we know,
They can't win.
Chris got her up
2 hole-in-ones.
multiple. Chris got her up 2 shots over Ryan Gerard. Bit of a developing situation. We'll have to get through the highlights of that one.
Bobby Mack.
T4.
Good start to the year.
7 under.
Surprised he didn't play in Dubai.
Could be the low round. Just scanning through. Vijay Singh, that's another storyline.
That is.
That's a great
That
storyline.
Is he back playing golf? I had no idea. Didn't see it on social media.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely.
VJ Singh and Jordan Spieth are probably the storylines.
What's your thought, firstly?
This is why I
for
brought it up.
Yeah, here
and,
we go.
and you on VJ taking a cut. Like, I think who
yeah.
cares? For the guys missing out, be better. Don't put yourself in a position where you're the 154th player or whatever is in the field.
Like 100 now, right? Because they've reduced.
Like, I just play better. Like, unfortunately, it's how it is. And VJ's got runs on the board to go, yeah, I want to play.
I mean, he's still like top 10 career money earners back, even with the prize money that he was like earning back in the day, right? He was the one that dethroned Tiger from number 1. So like for VJ, I'd be like, yeah, I'll draw 2 sets of rules. I think VJ can come back and absolutely do that. And he made the cut. He was T40th.
Yeah,
did well.
What do
I
you
think for me, here we go. You ready?
No, it's in the
much
golf
as
the number one golf analyst in the country.
That's correct. Thank you. As much as I hate to agree with you, I agree with you, Q.
I'm a touring caddy, so my opinions matter.
Fuck me. I
got him.
Yeah, so
4 times. I said I'd get him at one point.
So I agree with you. I think that if you earn something like that a year on tour, and you should take it, and there's no problems with that. The only issue I have, which was brought up in another thing that I've listened to, is that I feel like once you lose your card, you should have to take it the next year. You shouldn't have 10 years off tour and then come back. I think if you don't take it in the next year after you've lost your card.
So it should be a statute of limitations.
Yeah, you can't just take it 10 years later.
Yeah, that's more than fair.
Because VJ hasn't played on tour for a long time, and all of a sudden he's coming back to take it, and they actually reckon that he's using the PGA Tour as his warm-up for the senior tour. Because there's like a big event on in the senior tour next year, so he's using the PGA Tour event to warm up for
kind of like Brooks.
He's just getting ready for when Tiger gets out there.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. So I mean, I think
that's actually mint if he is.
And to still make the cut. Yeah, he's still like
exactly. And it's the same thing with Jordan Spieth. Like people whinging about him a lot, but like no offense to David Lipsky, I think was the first emergency. I'm not turning the TV on to watch David Lipsky. Yeah, like I'm turning the TV on to watch Jordan Spieth. I'm a big Jordan Spieth fan. He's earned those invites by being such a good golfer. Same with VJ. People follow him because of what he's done in the game. I don't think they really follow. It's not like he's a YouTuber that can't play. Yeah. He's earned his card. So I think it's fine as long as you earn it. But yeah, I feel like the big gap is a bit odd. For him to come back at 62, it's like I think if he took it at 50 when he was just lost his card, no issues. But yeah, it's a bit odd.
It just talks about just the lack of characters or, characters that you can follow around in golf. Is just like, yeah, we're still going back to VJ, we're still going back to Jordan, even though
I feel like it's getting less and less.
Yeah, it's who, we'll be following you in a few years anyway, so look out for that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other Aussies in the field, Cam Davis miscut, Adam Scott T40th, same with VJ.
Same age, nearly.
Same age.
Well, Adam Scott and VJ
20 years, but that's okay.
That's like saying you and Cam.
If you saw the footage of VJ getting up the stairs, he's done well to finish T40th. Did you see that going into the scorer's hut?
Yes.
Yeah, it's incredible. I was surprised. Like his golf swing is super flexible, but his general flexibility and range of motion.
No, the
doesn't
feels
have it.
after carrying back. The DP World Tour was won and done by Nacho Elvira in a star-studded field over there in the Dubai Invitational. It was pretty impressive. I actually watched the highlights this morning, and Shane Lowry threw it away. He had it done.
I didn't think that bunker shot was that bad. Like when I heard that he hit his bunker shot on the last into the water.
The commentators thought it was the worst bunker shot they've ever seen. The way that they carried on.
Yeah, the way that I watched it, I thought it was like going to be a full-blown blade that didn't land on the green. No. It just seemed to have a bit too much heat and roll across the green.
Yeah. Hey, Rory's 5, but the commentary is amazing on the DP World Tour. And when Rory started to make his 5 birdies in a row in the middle of the round, they said he's the kind of guy you invite over for dinner. He'll never leave. He'll just drink all your beers. You wake up in the morning, he'll still be on your couch. He just never goes away. Like, he's just always there. Keeps the foot on the throat. Keeps the pressure on, like we saw with you, I guess, Cam. Bradley, you watched. You were all over this one. Dan Hitley was the best sort of blokes from our side of the world with a tight second, which is a great start to the year for him. Hopefully, didn't wear navy and black. Leave that one out. What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, as I said, you sort of covered it pretty well already, Q. Like, it was a good event. Nacho, obviously another, probably his biggest win that he's had on the DP World Tour to hold off a couple of household names.
He looks down that leaderboard.
There's a couple of big names
last
there.
night and just goes, oh yeah,
yeah, for sure. And I was
absolutely,
I'm the man.
Big name. It was a weird event. It was weird because like when you're looking at it, you're like, oh yeah, he's going to hold off the rest of the field. But then all of a sudden it was Rory's or Shane's to win, and then he's sort of come back in the end and taken it away from them.
Yeah.
This one will hurt Shane for sure. But yeah, I said a big win for him.
Yeah, David Pugh's firing at the start of this year with the T3, unbelievable. He's obviously won the down here and then gone over there and set himself up beautifully to have a great year on the DP World Tour. He's obviously playing both tours this year, copping the fines. Sweet. I guess similar to what we'll talk about in a moment with Elvis Smylie. He wants to play as much DP as he can based off his media he's done over the last few weeks. But we do have a few discussion points and hot topics, a bit of a ramble on this episode of the pod, and we'll just go straight to it. Elvis Smylie to Ripper GC. Off the top, an amazing thing for the franchise of Ripper GC, and I think it's a great thing for Australian golf landscape and the market. The impact that Ripper and the Live Tour are having on us golf fans is above and beyond like what the PGA Tour players are giving us, what the DP World Tour players are giving us in terms of access to these guys through social media, through them playing here, and what they do when they come out, like Leash in WA, amazing, like playing a pro-am in 40-degree heat, then going to a junior clinic for half an hour, and Herbie doing the same when he came back and played. Where did he play? New South Wales and all that stuff. So in Cam,
and then he played pro-ams in Bendigo too. Herbie.
Yeah, he goes home. I think he stumps up half the coin.
Yeah, he does.
I understand. So it's just what they're giving back. They're putting their money where their mouth is. They always talk about this growing the game back home. They're doing that. I think that's what got Elvis over the line, based off what I've done, the impact he can have on Aussie golf while also growing his own career. Self-made millionaire at 23, multi-millionaire at 23. No-brainer, unbelievable. But let's have a bit of a roundtable discussion now. We'll start with Bradley down the end.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it make sense to you? And just give us your overall opinion on Elvis joining Ripper.
I think it's a great move for Ripper because they've obviously got Cam, who's, I guess, I've sort of made a little bit of an Aussie men's golf hierarchy. Mm-hmm. So I would say that Cam is in the top.
You do a caddy one?
Top end. Yeah, you're at the bottom.
Where are you then?
Just above you. Cam. So we've got like Cam up the top of the hierarchy with probably Jason Day and Adam Scott. Guys that have won, Cameron Smith. Guys that have won majors and they've been the top 2 in the world. So I'd say they're like the top echelon, and you've got Cam obviously from there who's in Ripper. Your next rung down is Leash, who's won a couple of playoff events, almost won a major. They've got him at Ripper. Then you go down another level. I reckon the next level is Cam Davis, Lucas Herbert, and Min. So have one on the PGA Tour and
one across multiple tours.
Yeah, so Herbie's in Ripper there, so they've got one of those. And then I reckon the next one, which is like your next guys coming through, your young guys, he's got Carl Phillips and Elvis, and then they've got one of them in Elvis now. So they've got them all covered, and I think as I said, Smith, Leash, and Herbie are household names. Elvis is a
household name.
And he could be. There's no reason he can't be right up with the Scott Day Smith by the end of his career. I mean, obviously he's got a lot of work to do. You don't just get there by winning one event on Australian soil, but he can get there. So it's a massive win for them, and I think it just makes their team very well rounded, similar to Legion 13 with like you got Tyrrell and Rahm, and then you've got the younger guys. They're not quite like that. Like Herbie's probably not super young, but
Herbie's a bit more ahead of McKibben, I guess. But then Surratt's that kid who's coming out of college. So no, absolute flusher.
It's a very good, well-rounded team. It'll keep the other boys young and fresh, I think, too. Elvis is joy for the game.
Yeah, I just say like they've got a perfectly well-rounded team. Like Cam, obviously, I reckon he has a bit of a bee in his bonnet this year. I reckon we're going to see a Cam Smith come out and almost dominate the Live Tour along. Leash is still pushing like we've seen him do from time to time, and then Herbie's hungry to play majors, and Elvis is hungry to, I guess, kickstart his career, and I think he's going to accelerate him quicker. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's a great move as well. It's a fantastic opportunity, and he's a great player. Obviously, the money aspect is great.
No-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. Yeah. And, he's a fantastic player. He has been for a long time. He almost won on our Aussie tour as an amateur. Took him a little while to get across the line, but, once he did that, you sort of look at how fast he's gone up the ranks. He's had incredible finishes all across Europe. All last season, he's still going to play the DP World Tour, which is, something that...
skipping Ripper training camp this week to go and play in Dubai.
Yeah. And I think that's it just shows that he's committed to playing the game, getting as good as he can be. And, he wants to play majors as well. Like the rest of us, we all want to play majors, but Elvis is, he's a great player, a great guy. And, hopefully he goes out there and gets some team wins and individual wins.
Yep.
And just on that with playing majors, he's the highest ranked on Ripper now. I think he's 125 or so in the world. So he's got the highest world ranking.
He's
so
really close. He's already in this year to the Open, and he just gets inside that top 100 and be playing.
Exactly.
PGA, so there's 2 majors.
There's a lot to play for in the on the DP World Tour side of things for him as well.
Yeah, he's been grinding. Johnny, what do you reckon?
I mean, part of me wanted to see him on the PGA Tour probably in the next couple of years because I thought he would be able to get there, and he'll still get there. It'll just take potentially a longer time depending on what this whole situation with
one question
PGA.
for you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
go on.
Are the fields on the PGA Tour better than the fields? Say you look at the top 20 players on the PGA Tour. Are they better than or worse than playing on the Live every week?
I think better.
Why?
If you get a full field,
No.
better.
So if you're top 20 PGA Tour players versus top 20 Live players, head to top 20, who Ryder Cup style, who would win?
PGA Tour.
PGA Tour.
I reckon.
You
Yeah.
reckon?
I'm going to say Live.
Oh,
I agree.
Yeah, I'm going to say Live for sure. I think that those guys out there, granted that they were playing less events and stuff, but, they were like the Bryson DeChambeau's, obviously Brooks is left, but John Rahm, even those two, Cam Smith, Phil still got incredible game. You turn on Live coverage and you're watching names. You're always watching names. And I get in their signature and elevated events, you're watching names as well.
Yeah.
But when you watch the majors, the people I'm more excited to watch are the Live players because I personally think that they are better.
Yeah.
I think, just on Cam's point, I think that they are better to watch.
Yeah.
But I think
who's going to win?
You got Rory and Scottie there, and then you go Xander.
But I guess
Tommy Fleetwood,
in asking you,
but I agree with Cam. It's better to watch.
Elvis has gone to play against the best possible players he can right now.
True,
and he didn't have a PGA Tour card, so now he's given himself similar to what Herbie did. I want to play against the best players I possibly can, week in, week out, to become a better golfer individually. He's going to do that, being around Cam, Leash, Herbie every day, and then playing in the group with Waco Neiman and Tyrrell Hatton, for example, every single week. If he's playing on the PGA Tour as one of those top 10 DP World Tour card winners, he's off first with, blokes like VJ. He's out there playing with old blokes who are there to warm up for the Champions Tour, So, anyway.
Unless you're... Sorry, Johnny. Unless you're in the elevated events, it's better to play on Live.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
More so. I just thought I'd finish it off for you. Just tie the knot around it. Thanks, back to you, Johnny.
No. Yeah, it's all very fair. It's just you see the PGA Tour for traditionally being the biggest tour of them all. You've got things such as the Players Championship. You've got Bay Hill. All of those events, the iconic venues as well. I kind of wish with Aussie golf that there was that person that there's a young kid that would go and stamp their authority on that PGA Tour. Min Woo Lee is probably one of the closest one that we have.
Watch out, actually.
Watch out for the chef. From my perspective, I would have loved to seen Elvis go over there potentially. Even if it was the lesser field, just go and dominate, pick up a few of these wins. Is playing on Live going to be good for his career? Absolutely. Yeah. I don't doubt.
He's 23. In 5 years' time, he's going to be 28, and hopefully this divide in the golfing world is dead and gone.
Oh yeah,
and he's going to have this experience of playing against these guys week in, week out.
Well, he's still playing on the DP World Tour. Right?
Yeah, and he's going to be 28 and fully fit and strong.
There'll be
not skinny as a bean, and off he's ready to ride.
There's also the qualifications with the International Series into the it's just a different I think it's ultimately a good move for him.
I hear a rumor from someone that Elvis, when he was making his decision, was asked, "What do you think of Adam Scott's career?" And he said, "Yeah, amazing career. It's amazing career. I'd do anything to have a career like that." And then he was asked, "Well, how many?" It was about the majors. How many majors has he won?
One.
He's
Yeah.
off. So
Jesus, I can't believe I fumbled that.
He fumbled that.
Elvis isn't far off.
Yeah.
We're getting to where Adam Scott is.
But he's also become number one in the world. He's won of players. He's done a few other things.
But if you're talking majors, not all the other stuff, he's not far off being held in the same regard as Adam Scott.
He should have won too.
Yeah.
That Open.
But, just thinking of that, he's going to get these opportunities. He's going to play majors.
Yeah.
He's too good to play not to. He'll probably win on live in the next 2 years. But he's out there. He's pretty good.
Just on Elvis moving as well, at what stage do we just start going? The PGA Tour is the US golf and Live Tour is world golf.
It's there now, mate.
Even now, you got Tom Dietrich who's joining, Elvis Smylie, European and Aussie.
Yeah.
Brooks has left to go back because he wants to be with his family. He wants to stay in America. I don't blame Brooks because, if you're in his position, why would you want to travel outside the countries all the time if you don't have to? And you can still get the money on the PGA Tour. But, it is, becoming more and more like it's a US tour.
For Brooks, it was clearly about
tour.
coin. That just makes his decision. It wasn't about playing less golf. It was about getting the bag,
originally.
which is fine. He's one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
One of the modern day greats. Not taking anything away from Brooks. I think he was great for live golf. But it's starting to get to me a little bit that America really don't care about the rest of the world.
Yeah, true.
And the DP World Tour, the event they put on here for the Australian Open, the PGA, weather-affected PGA, they still did a great job. The fields were getting stronger. It is really that big divide. I don't think it's obviously not that important for Elvis to get onto that PGA Tour because he's so close to it. But it's
yeah, it's not. I'm actually sick of people calling it the PGA Tour. It should be just the US Tour. Because, I'm a PGA member of Australia, and I don't really want to be... I don't want my name to be to the US PGA Tour. It's the US PGA Tour, not the PGA Tour, I think. So it should be named now. It's a bit sick to sort of...
US Tour,
it's not a world tour.
Yeah.
And then you get all the people that... Live sucks. It's all about the PGA Tour that live in Australia. When's the last time the PGA Tour come to Australia? When Jesus was a boy, Q, that's when. That's when, a long, long time ago. So there's all these people that, Live is the world tour, DP World Tour is the world tour. I feel like if you're an Australian and you like your golf, you should be following those tours mainly. And PGA Tour, you can...
It's easy to punt on PGA Tour for those.
True.
It's good to watch the DP World
I don't know,
Tour
what do you
as
think about that with
the commentary?
I love way better. I love the DP World Tour. I think personally, that's where I want to play my golf. I think a lot of Australians want to play their golf there. I've had, I've had a few starts over there in the past probably 2 years now, and I think that every time I go there, it's just fun. It's exciting.
You're in a new country every week.
Yeah, exactly. And the people are great. All the players, they have a great rapport. It's a bit like playing in Australia, just with new faces. Everyone wants to talk to you, say hello. Even some of the best players out there. I remember, staying in the same hotel as you and Ferguson earlier in the year, and we had great chats every day. Introduced me to his partner, and that they're just very friendly, and I get a lot of mixed reports, but most people tend to say that the PGA Tour, they just sit on their own. It's very much, you're in my world, everything's about them, and it's not that interesting for me.
Nico Colsarts was on this podcast pre-Ryder Cup last year and spoke about he only went over to the PGA Tour for 1 year purely from that culture side of things. He's a connection guy, loves going out for dinners, having a few drinks, that sort of thing. He goes, there's no one around. They go to the course, they're with their team, do hit their balls, they do what they got to do and fuck right off. Yeah. Because I'm sitting there what are we off to, boys?
Exactly.
Giddy up, baby, and there's no one to do it.
I need that.
Pissed on his own every night.
Exactly. I need that as well. I need someone to just, have my back almost.
G-Money will do it. Yeah. G-Flip will do it.
G-Flip,
Georgia. I called her that yesterday at some point. I don't know. I think I was more nervous than you at one point yesterday, so I just started talking dribble.
Probably the whole day you were more nervous than me.
I just didn't want to make a mistake.
Yeah.
What number do you want, Cam?
Yeah.
Let me check it another 3 times. It's still 83. It hasn't moved.
He's straddled the golf ball halfway down the fairway.
I had to straddle the flag on 18. If anyone looks back at the highlights from the final hole, it was really windy trying to get the flag out, and I just did not want to damage the hole, and I've gone down in full squat position and lifted it up. You go back and have a look, because I may have done it another day, but anyway, we'll move on. Brooks back to the PGA Tour. We've covered that. We're all pretty comfortable. Whatever, Great that the other three haven't. Brooks reportedly today wants $500 million to remain on Live Golf. No athlete, in my opinion, is worth that kind of money. Bryson, sorry. Mm-hmm. No athlete in the world, I don't care who you are, is worth that kind of money to a tour or to any level of golf or sport. Maybe Messi.
Is that heavy? Is that like, I think they said the only person.
Tiger, sorry, but he's retired, man.
Jordan.
Yeah. I think it's Cristiano Ronaldo is the only one to be worth more than that.
Yeah, but like, mate.
That's stupid money.
That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, it'd make a mockery of the Live Golf Tour, I think, if they said, mate, we need you to stay for $500 million.
Bryson.
Do you think that means he wants to leave? Or do you
Absolutely, he wants to leave.
He's making so much
Did
money.
you see the press conference between him and Rahm when they were asked?
Oh, and he just said,
he's like, I'm contracted for this year.
Yeah.
Like, that was it.
Yeah, that was the most.
And then John was like, yeah, I echo what Bryson said.
Yeah.
Didn't care. But anyway, I just think they'd make a mockery of that tour. And it'd be the end of Live Golf if they paid him $500 million to stay. Off you go. Like, honestly, off you go. Make it, you know, we're going to go to it in Adelaide and get torn up every year anyway. So, with or without Bryson. He was great to us when we met him actually earlier this year. So,
he was a good dude.
Really enjoyed him and meeting him for the first time. A few changes too to like Tommy's obviously Nikeless from now on. That's just something we will talk about.
I don't like it. It's so weird to look at.
It looks horrid.
He's still in the Nike stable on the website, so it's a developing situation.
No, apparently he's signing with Lululemon.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Vuori.
Huh?
Vuori, not Lululemon. It's an independent brand out of Southern California. That is like a Lululemon, just a more expensive version. Huh. But yeah, Vuori is just pretty much had VC
more expensive than Lululemon.
VC funding. They got $900 million investment 2024. So this is, I think, their play into the golf market.
Nice. Well, it hurts because I always thought Tommy was the best dressed on tour.
Yeah,
and now he's not going to be wearing
those baggy pants were not it.
They were
not it, man. And he's just won for the first time.
He didn't make a birdie. I don't think he made a birdie wearing those baggy pants.
Tommy, bring back the Nike.
Yep, get it back.
Fuck, I'm frustrated.
Or just at least get something that looks the same, please.
I'm ridiculously frustrated about that.
Right.
Okay. Moving on.
Let's take a minute. Anyway, this week in golf, we've got a bit going on. So, Webex Series event number 3 on the PGA Tour of Australasia, the third event for 2026. We've got a man who's just won, so we're going to have a chat to him about Rosebud down your boys' neck of the woods. I'm lucky enough to be playing I'm actually on the Pro-Am circuit here on the PGA Tour of Australasia.
Brad, you playing?
No, I'm not playing. I'll be playing at probably PK that day and doing some work. That'll be my day. Not
that
as
is
exciting.
work for me.
I'm going to be down there on the weekend, though, hopefully on the Saturday. I'll
on
be
the
out
bag.
Yeah, but, I think Cam wants me to caddy, he said.
I already said
Continue. You're playing in the Pro-Am?
Can you have 2 caddies?
I've already got a caddy sorted for the week. So
there you go. He's sorted.
Yep,
Can you have 3 caddies?
Do not have to get changed.
Yeah.
You bad, John.
I think you said you're both off.
Yeah.
So
sick.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm going to pre-chop anyway.
If only it
handicapper
was.
Paul Gow. Get stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, previews. Webex Series at Rosebud. Great event. Tough with these events. Like half the blokes I'll talk to this week, and girls obviously for that matter as well, talk to them getting a coffee down at 13th one in the field. So it makes it really hard for these guys trying to retain their card with the limited events this year. Tell us about Rosebud Golf Club. I haven't played there. It's on the composite course. Looks immaculate. All I've heard is it's the best halfway house in golf.
you go, Cam. You've played in the event. I mean,
Yes.
I've won around there, but not in that event. So you go.
Oh, you won, yeah. You reminded me already.
He won the Vic Open, and I caddied.
Yeah.
Not at Rosebud though, was it?
No, it's a great course, great event. They always get everything just immaculate for us. They spend so much money on that place, like just, doing little bits every year. Something changes, different tee boxes, different little strategies you have to come up with every year. So things aren't always the same. It looks like it's going to be a pretty decent week of weather, which is nice, something that obviously all of us pros like to keep an eye on. And yeah, I mean, I think it's a tough one for obviously the guys who miss out, and same for the girls. These events are great because they give us something to play, but also, I think there could be a little bit of a restructure. It's not anything that I've got any control over, but maybe
you own the tour.
Yeah, maybe in the future we could see something like, I don't know, 10 less people get in and make it 10 open qualifying spots or something like that, just to give guys a chance, because there's a lot of guys who they fly over, and girls as well. They spend a lot of money on travel and they play your Victorian Open and then they don't play for the next 4 weeks, and they've got to go wherever they got to go, and to not have an opportunity is really tough.
I'd love to see the Webex. The Webex events similar to the Vic Open, where the fields are a bit bigger over 2 courses and then cut it down.
Perfect.
So then at least more of the guys and more of the girls get a start.
Obviously, Rosebuds are 36 holes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
18 composite.
And even if the cut is like quite harsh to get it down to like a 1 course on the weekend, but at least it gives them at least it gives the guys a chance that if you play well, you get to make a cut and get some points.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
So, mate, like what you've done now, like jostling for position for that re-rank pre-Chrissy, you don't know, you only see now how important that is to a few guys. Like someone re-ranked at 19 I was talking to, and he's not even in this event. So
well, Jared Edwards re-ranked 7th, and he was second last man in. And it's it's pretty brutal. That's the game. But I think the tour's trying to create more opportunity, and that's probably something that they could do or something they could look at to open up a couple more opportunities for guys. Yeah, I agree. Tell us a little about the Bud golf course, the way you got to play. Very different, obviously, to the 13th beach. Yeah, I think some people probably play quite strategic, quite safe off the tee around there. It's not the widest golf course, but if you know me, I tend to just grip it and rip it, as John Daly would say. So yes, you hit some bombs out there. That was pretty good.
As Georgia rolls her eyes in the background.
But no, I think you've got to hit the ball really well off the tee out there. Wedge game's got to be really on point. It's not the longest course, so I'll probably target my practice for the week around that 50 to 100 meter mark. And if your proximity is good from that range, then you're a chance. Yeah, nice.
What's your favorite hole at Rosebud?
Favorite hole at Rosebud?
There's one for you.
That's a good question. I like the second hole. Second hole's been good.
Along the road?
Along the road.
Yeah, it's good starting.
Yeah, it's quite good how they've changed it. They pushed the tee back a little bit further. Used to be drivable, kind of a nothing hole, but now you really have to hit a good tee shot. Almost always plays into the wind. And then, even if you do hit a good tee shot, the pin position there is always going to be tricky. Put it on the back edge, then if you're not on with your wedge and you pitch it over the back, you just throw away a bogey. So it's not a long hole, but it's a good one. Come on, Brad. What did you win? How did you win it?
Oh no, it's nothing.
No, please.
No, I want to train.
If it's important to you, it's important to us, mate. What happened?
Here we go. I won a trainee event back in the day on the course they're playing this week. That's about it.
What did you shoot?
I think it was 3 under. I think.
We don't know the talent we got in this room.
Yeah,
Johnny, what are you good at?
Still funny.
The Webex Series obviously will be unbelievable. Hosted down there by Marcus Fraser, the great man from PK, and last year won by Tour veteran Michael Wright. He sort of just held on, I believe. They were coming for him, and he just sat back and got. Yeah,
Jack Carter lost his 3rd playoff of the year, I think. Yeah, that week.
He's having a rough time. You got a man staying with you this week who's coming back, Jack Thompson.
I do. Yeah, he's coming over this afternoon. I think he flies in.
So he's a bit of a smoky watch.
He is, yeah, and I'm gonna. I said on Saturday, depending on how he goes, I'll jump on his bag.
Tipping to come second behind our man Cam.
There you go. Yeah, hopefully in the same group, the final group mate on Saturday.
Tips? Am I allowed to tip?
Yeah, tip yourself. Why don't you tip?
I can't tip myself.
No, we'll do it at the very end. Yeah. The American Express on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, American Express, second event of the PGA Tour. Played over 3 courses. Over 4 days. So you got the Pete Dye Stadium course, Nicholas Tournament Course, and La Quinta Country Club.
What's that like on the DP World Tour? What's it very similar to?
You played it that one. Yeah. Under. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Robin was there.
Shout out to Robin.
Yeah. Just text me, message me, DM me again. Of course, you did a great job, Q. Of course, I know, Robin.
She's gonna love this.
Send her that clip.
Yeah.
Sepp Straka, defending champion, season debut for Scottie Scheffler, No Cut Xander, Patrick Cantlay, Ludwig Aberg, and Will Zalatoris returning after 10 months off. Yep.
No back, no worries.
That'll be good. Aussies in the field, Scott, Day, Minwoo, Davis, and Koala Carl.
Is Marco Penge making his debut this week?
Ooh, that's a very good.
Not debut.
He's signed with PXG as well.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's the danger.
Is that's stupid?
It's literally his driver.
Why would you go and change equipment? You've made,
It's really interesting when guys do that. Obviously, it's big contracts and stuff, but
it's not worth it.
Yeah,
no.
You better not go on a live, take the coin.
Yeah.
Same club.
Yeah. Well, I think he turned that down, but
yeah.
He is not teeing it up at the Amex.
Oh,
okay, so maybe he won't be.
Scoring fest. Normally scoring fest this one, Johnny, isn't it? 20
Absolutely. 20 to 30.
Yeah.
20 to 30.
Question: do they have a rebadge like Callaways or whatever as PXGs and be like, yeah, I'm using PXG rebadging because I know they used to do it.
They used to do it Tiger.
Yeah. I think they're just so good now they can make clubs just nearly the same. Yeah.
They'll have a custom program, like Titleist have a custom program.
Yeah, like he'll take his whatever he's using probably into wherever and go
if
make
these
it.
aren't the same, I'm not signing it.
Yeah, make it the same and let me test them.
Sick. Jeez, I wish I was good at golf. Anyway.
You are 15 handicaps, not bad.
Oh, girl, I'll tell you what. Make me good at golf. Hey, no, what is it? Dubai Desert Classic.
We like making me good at golf. We like those boys.
Oh, yeah, actually, we love those boys. What's Gowie's on? They don't know your
How
show.
good is golf?
How God, it's fucking great when you're a 2-winning caddy, Gowie. Anyway, first... Dubai Desert Classic. Bradley's our DP man. What do you got for us? Great.
Yes, the first Rolex Series event of 2026.
Cash money.
So we've got the 37th edition of the Dubai Desert Classic at Emirates Golf Club Dubai. So the players, they're going to try and sort of hold their own on the front nine. There's some tough holes in the front nine, 6, 8, and 9 in particular. And it's a par 35. And then the back nine, it gets a little bit easier with 3 par 5s and a par 37. So look out for that. The guys going low on the back nine. Wind will play a massive factor. It's sort of an open, sort of desert-style links course. The winning scores have actually ranged from 9 under to 24 under in the last 10 years.
That's a big range.
And those actually come in back-to-back years. So that shows how much the wind plays a factor. 15 shots between, I think it was Lucas Herbert and Bryson DeChambeau when they won back-to-back years. Driving distance is very important this week, Q. Short hitters typically struggle. So, Johnny, you and I, no chance.
Oh, damn.
And then if we talk about Aussies and Kiwis in the field, we've got Ryan Fox, Daniel Hillier, Elvis Smylie's teeing it up, Kazuma Kabori, Jason Scrivener, and David Nicolosi actually got in, which is massive for him to get into a Rolex Series event. Yeah, I confirmed it with him yesterday. He got into this week.
See what happens when you come on this podcast. Good things.
Exactly right. Or maybe just other people didn't enter. But anyway, he come top 10 here last year, and as I said, a Rolex Series event. So that's massive for him to get in the field. Yeah. Hopefully he can capitalise. Well, we obviously wish him well. I reckon he can too. Stars in the field. We've got Rory McIlroy, Tommy Fleetwood, Tyrrell Hatton, Joaquin Neiman, Dustin Johnson, he's teeing it up, Paddy Reed, Shane Lowry, and Victor Hovland. So there's a lot of star power. And then if you look at, for a winner, the big dogs eat. So Tyrrell Hatton, Rory McIlroy twice, and Victor Hovland have won the last 4 editions. So look for a big dog who hits it far to get the job done this week.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Boys, let's tip. Who is going to win? Who's your winner for the week, Bradley? Any tour, any winner? Well,
as much as my boy here, Cam, sitting next to me, I hope he goes well. I'm going to be caddying for Jack Thompson on the weekend, so we are going to fuck shit up. So, Tomo's going to win at Rosebud, I think. Obviously, he's second on the last Asian Tour event last year.
Yeah, he finished really well.
He's a star. Yeah, he's a star, and he's obviously almost won the New Zealand Open, so he's one to watch this week. And then I reckon David Puge on the Dubai Desert Classic. He's a long hitter. He's a star. Could see him get the job done over there.
If David Puge wins over there in Dubai, that's some start to the season.
See his grip. Did you see that?
David Puge? Nah.
They did a little a split screen of his grip and Rory's grip and someone else's grip. If you guys haven't seen it, maybe go have a look at it on YouTube. Overlap? It was and the thumb was down on the side. It wasn't even on the top. Yeah, it's very different. Go have a look on YouTube or Instagram if you haven't seen it already. David Puge's grip.
Okay.
There you go.
You got a tip for us?
Well, our boy on my left for Rosebud.
Nice.
Ludwig for Amex. And Paddy Reed for Dubai Desert Classic.
I'd like to see Paddy Reed go well. I think he's grinding so hard for those major starts outside the Masters.
He's going to be my standing DP World Tour pick for the rest
You
of
just
the year.
love him, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
Got a lot in common, you and him. Do you have a tip this week?
I'm going to tip. No, I'm not going to tip myself. I'm gonna back the man to bounce back and go with Nathan Barbieri.
So he's going to come second to you. Is that what you're going? Because you're going to win?
No. I'm going.
Oh, you think
you just want Barbs to win?
Yeah,
I think we all want Barbs to win, but I think he's going to bounce back.
He's had a 60. Do you have the course record here?
Yeah, I think he's played incredible here before.
He's so good, mate.
So, you know,
I'd
be looking out for him. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love to see. Final group: Cameron John, Nathan Barbieri, Jack Thompson. I like that.
Playoff. Do you call me in just for the playoff? Dude, get on that ferry, man.
Yeah.
I need you. I'll be like, no worries, mate.
I'll be there in an hour.
Yeah.
Wear a collar this time.
I'm going with
Yeah.
my neck will thank you. Toddy Sinnott for me.
Nice. Good
I want
Nice.
Cam to win, obviously. I'm still pumped for you. But
we don't say this for every guest that come on board.
That's
we don't. No.
Yeah.
I was saying to Mika, we'll see you at Webex. Not too right. But no, Toddy Sinnott. So he battled really, really heavily the first couple of rounds at 13th Beach. He shot a 75 and a 73 the first 2 rounds. Just made the first cut. And then he went around in 69, and then he had a low round of the day. When he shot back to back 69s. But I saw him hit a tee shot that didn't get past the ladies. Or past the front tees,
Bold move.
Which he just completely topped it. And that's so.
What's the go with pros being around you and not hitting it past the ladies? Because this is the second podcast in a row talking about golf pros not making it past the ladies.
To be honest, I didn't say it. I heard about it.
Okay, there you go.
It's easier if you say you saw it, Brad, with a bit of professional integrity. But yeah, so I'm going with Toddy Sinnott. He bounced back really well. Made an eagle at the last to finish the tournament. Probably found something you could probably just suggest by those last couple of rounds. Made a lot of birdies. Made a couple of mistakes, but he has an amazing game, and he should be played full time over in Asia. I reckon we will see him, winning soon back on the Aussie Tour. He's similar to you, Cam, just rips it.
Yeah,
absolute mile.
Yeah, I
so
messaged him this morning. I reckon he's pretty due as well.
Yeah, so it'd be great to see how Toddy Sinnott goes. One of the good men up here at Metro. He plays his golf, but what a pleasure to have you in, Cam. You've been on a few times now, and every time you come in, it's an absolute thrill to have you in, mate. So congrats again. Enjoy the spoils of the win, Bradley. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming in, Cam. And Johnny, hard out.
Hard out.
This podcast is brought to you by GolfBox. Head over to golfbox.com.au, Australia's #1 golfing retailer. Update your wardrobe and bring yourself a collared shirt so your neck does not get burnt for the rest of this Aussie summer.
I didn't notice that.
Well, let's go.
Swing hard, draw straight.